What's up, my gamer guys and gals? Your boy Quad Light Gamer here. Recording the season 3. Hold on, wait for it. Season 3 ISBL draft review of the Virginia Volcoronas. You might have noticed lately there's no content on my channel. I just got back from vacation. I was so busy going up to vacation, I didn't have any time to record shit. So I just got back. The draft just finished. So this is going to be the first video you guys see on a chain of videos. This is going to be coming out today. Tomorrow should be our Emerald Nuzlocke. And then the day after, I don't know. I think it's going to be Wednesday. You'll have a Showdown Live. So you're going to get 3 days of videos back to back. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've sat down. It's been about 2 weeks, really, I think, since I've sat down and recorded. It feels like it's been a long time, at least. It feels like forever. It's been like a month since I posted an ISBL video, so I'm so happy to be doing that again. I know you guys love this content. I love making it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start revealing the squad for this season of the ISBL. Number one, first pick 11. It fell all the way to like 11, was Tapu Koko. Why this mod was not picked up early in the draft is beyond me. This is Jesus Christ. I've got some kind of throat thing right now. I was yelling all day, all Friday too. It's been crazy. As I was saying, this mod is one of the most viable OU Pokemon right now for a reason. It's just so good. Between this, Landorus, and Magearna, there's no more viable Pokemon out there. You can literally throw Koko on any team and make it good. I mean, there's others like that, like Heatran's another good one, but I think this is one of the biggest picks you could really get in a draft. Tapu Bulu went before Koko. I don't think that was smart at all. I feel like Koko is just a really solid mod. It should be like a first 5 picks Pokemon. It wasn't. That's okay. I'm happy about that. But I ended up getting it, which is really solid. Just look at these stats, man. Electric terrain, making it invaluable. Boosting these electric type attacks out here, making it so people can't rest all us. Speed is off the charts. Attack is pretty solid. If I wanted to run physicals Koko, I could run special Koko, which is the more standard variant. I don't know which one I'll be using. We'll see. We also have a crazy move pool of Brave Bird, Dazzling Gleam. It's got Defog, Electric Move, Grass Knot. It's got Screens, Iron Head, Nature Power, Nature Madness, Quick Attack. It's got Roar, Sleep Talk, which actually isn't viable at all. It's got Roost, Taunt, Shenanigans. It's got all kinds of crazy stuff. This season we're also doing something different. We're not doing Z Crystals, we're doing Z Captains. You can have 2. They have to be within a certain point system. So Tapu Koko is my first Z Captain, so that's why I have that Electrium Z on there. It doesn't have to be Electrium Z. It can be Flying. It can be Fairyum. It can be whatever I want it to be. But so we'll see. But I was really solid about this pick. It's mod I wanted. It's mod I got. So I was very happy. Next up is Mega Lopunny. This Pokemon is a fucking monster. Do not let it fool you. Do not let its appearance fool you. It's a fucking beast. It will smack the fuck out of anything it wants to. Look at its stats. 136 attack, fucking great. Speed off the charts. Defense and SPDF, so it can take a hit or 2 if it wants to. Normal fighting is literally perfect coverage, I believe. I can hit anything for neutral damage, which is really fucking lit. Um, then it's got, so it's got its normal fighting stab, and then it gets its punches like fire punch, ice punch, thunder punch. It gets power punch for setup. It gets fake out, last resort shenanigans, toxic thunder wave. It gets all kinds of nasty stuff it can do. Circle throw if I want to be that guy. Um, it's crazy how good this one is. Encore Endeavor, yeah. It's really amazing how incredible this thing can be. Um, in my opinion, it's just a really solid mod. All around. I'm so glad I picked it up. It was the mod I wanted. I wanted Coco and Lil Punny going into this draft. Um, and I got both of them, so I'm very happy about that. Next up, Guitar the Milotic coming. So at this point, after I picked Coco and Lil Punny, I had so much speed it wasn't even real. I had so much offensive, fast offensive pressure that I needed some bulk. I needed something that could take a couple hits, and that Pokemon just is Milotic. If you just look at its base stats, crazy HP stat, amazing Spadef, a pretty solid speed and special attack if you really think about it. Base 80s, not fast, but I consider base 80 average. So 81 is a little above average if you really think about it. 100, everyone thinks, because it's not 100 or above that it's slow, but that's just not really the case. Especially in draft format where you're going to be expecting a bulky Milotic, and I might give you a fast Milotic with competitive or something, So people got to be careful of that. I could run that. Who knows? I also got Marvel Scale, an amazing ability. If you want to Toxic me or you want to Will-O-Wisp me, that's fine. I might be the guy to run a Flame or Milotic just to get that defense boost. Without Marvel Scale, Milotic's defenses are a little but like I said, with Marvel Scale, they're just amazing. So, its move pool is also amazing too. Moves like Coil, not that I really feel like I'd run that. Dragon Pulse, Dragon Tail, Haze, Ice Beam, Protect. It's got Refresh for getting away status. It's just a crazy Pokemon, really. I really like it. It's not passive by any means either, which I think is nice. You're not going to be able to set up on Milotic between it having Haze and it having pretty decent special attack. You're going to have to be very careful against it. Okay, next up. I wanted to start covering. Okay, so I wanted Toxapex instead of Milotic. Not going to lie. Milotic is a really solid pick, but Toxapex just barely got sniped for me. So I was looking at ground types already. At that point, I knew I needed a ground type. Ground types are essential to not getting Volt switched on completely. I'll just go ahead and switch over. And the best ground type that just kept popping in my head was Crocodile. Crocodile is an amazing Pokemon in draft. It's got the bulk, especially with Intimidate. It can be somewhat bulky. It can be a lot more bulky than people expect it to be. It can be a sweeper with its Moxie ability. It can hit hard with like a Choice Band if you wanted to run that kind of stuff. Crocodile is just an amazing ground type that you really don't know what to expect. It's great dark type too. Just a solid Pokemon all around, really. It gives me a lot of versatile options, I think, which is my best part. It gives me a Stealth Rocket, which I really like. I really like it. It's got the fangs, it's got the tails, it's got. I can run a bulk upset. I can run some kind of foul play set. It's got Outrage, which is crazy. Pursuit, even crazier. Sludge Bomb. I didn't know I got that. Which is just insane, crazy. If you really think about it, it's just Bach. If I want to be that guy, beat up. All right, I'm not going to go through every single fucking move, but you get the point. Dark Stab, I really like, as you'll see later, and as you've seen through my history of drafting. Dark Stab is just really good. Stab Knockoff is just amazing. Uh, okay, hold on one second. Yeah. You get back and people can't leave you alone. um, okay, so at this point, I had my grass type. I had my water type, or had my water type and ground type. I really wanted a grass type. Grass just fit really well with what I had so far. Um, I think I've fallen in love with the move Leech Seed. It really is becoming one of my favorite moves to click. Um, I was looking at Whimsicott again. Not gonna lie, I was staring down Whimsicott, and I was like, I don't need that speed. I don't. I need a little bit of bulk, to be honest. I was looking for bulky grass types, and Tangrowth is gone, and um, there's some others that I was looking at. Rotom Mo was an option I was looking at. But in reality, I saw one Pokemon. It's one of my favorite mons of all time, and I never have really used it competitively, so I had to take this chance to use it. It was Shaman. Shaman's just an amazing Pokemon. If you don't know what this thing does, get ready to learn this season because I plan on bringing it a lot. It's got all kinds of support options: Endeavor, Aromatherapy, Toxic, Subseed Shaman, Offensive Shaman, Scarf Shaman, Life Orb. It's got Natural Cure, an amazing ability for bulky monster, especially for running Leech Seed support. I'm sorry if my voice is cancerous right now. Like I said, I'm trying to get these videos done for you guys. Um, uh, Shaman IMO, great Pokemon. Super glad I get to use it. Natural Cure, great ability. Not much else to say. You reuniting the ISBL or reuniting with the Virginia Volcoronas is Katana the Sneasel. Um, okay, so I knew Ice Stab is amazing. First of all, Ice Stab is great. Ice Dark Stab is even better. In testing with Megalopony, one of its best partners was Weavile. But I didn't really want to draft that high. Drafting Weavile early, I didn't think was necessary. I didn't. Uh, so all along, I was planning on grabbing Sneasel instead and reuniting it to the team. It works really well with clearing out bulky psychic types that um, that Lopunny doesn't like to deal with. I do have Crocodile right there, but it is a little slow and it doesn't. Not say it doesn't hit as hard, but I also kind of needed a priority option. I do have Fake Out, but Ice Stab is just really good for covering bases and stuff. So I didn't see anything wrong with grabbing Sneasel at all. I feel like it actually helps my team a lot. So yeah, this point in the draft, I realized I have so much speed. I really wanted to slow down going forward. So with my next pick, I wanted a bulky defogger, but the one I was looking at was Mandibuzz. I was looking at Mandibuzz. Not only did it get sniped from me, but it was another dark type, which would have made me super weak to fairy. I really wouldn't have known what to do. So I'm super glad I ended up finding Decidueye. Yes, it's another grass type, but I don't think it matters. I needed the bulky defogger. Decidueye really gives me that. It gives me a pretty decently bulky defogger. Look at its Spadef. Defense could be better, but we'll see what we do. It's a pretty good mon. attack and special attack off the charts. It could be a sword stance setup sweeper. It's now got access to that long reach ability, so that's going for overgrow. Overgrow substitute shenanigans. It gets leech seed, I believe. Spirit shackle is an amazing ability for trapping Pokemon, setting up in their face. Pretty sure it gets shadow sneak as well. It does. Tailwind, toxic synthesis. This is a really solid Pokemon, in my opinion, that can just put in so much work if you let it. All kinds of setup methods, all kinds of power moves. Haze, an amazing ability. Defog. It really is just solid as hell. Sucker Punch, it's. I really love using Decidueye. It was my first starter back in Sun and Moon. I've since grown to love Incineroar a bit more, but Decidueye is a much more solid draft pick. And I think I'm gonna love using it this season. All right. Jesus. Next up, I needed a steel type. I think something that killed me last season is I wasn't able to get a really solid steel type. Halfway through the season, I had Togedemaru, which didn't really give me my fairy resist like I would have liked. And then I picked up Fortress, which was a solid steel type. I love Fortress, but being 4 times weak to fire in draft is just so weak, so hard to get around because people can run hidden power and stuff, which just makes it very annoying. Very annoying indeed. It's very hard to get around. So this is another prankster mod, just like last season. I had Whimsicott. I expect Klefki to be a support Pokemon that really helps me out. Getting access to Defog, it's got Fairy Stab, which is amazing. Calm Mind, which I don't think I'll run, but who knows. Play Rough Horn on a physical. It's a screensaver. Oh, jeez. It's a spike setter. It's great steel, great stab. It's amazing Pokemon. I like it a lot. Super glad I get to use it. Next up, I needed a rapid spinner. I was super worried about rocks right now. If you look at it, I ended up. I don't have any kind of rock clears right now. That's why I really wanted a bulky defogger. I did have 2 defoggers in Klefki and Decidueye, but Rapid Spin is such an amazing ability because it doesn't clear away your hazards. It just clears away. It just clears away theirs, which I think is solid. I mean, it sounds dumb, but it really is so helpful sometimes. And not to mention, Hippotop is an amazing Pokemon in its own right, with amazing abilities like Intimidator, Technician, letting it smack things really hard with priority options, or Intimidate, letting it take hits that it normally couldn't. I mean, this thing is really fucking bulky if you look at it. Defense that's really solid after it intimidates, Spadef that's allows it to take hits like nobody's business. Attack that's pretty solid. Speed that could be better, but isn't that bad. So it's a really great Pokemon in my opinion. Access to a lot of priority, rapid spin, fighting stab. That all just really is just solid moves. Next up, if you haven't noticed, my team is very, very, very weak to Trick Room. Very weak. I feel like I ended up going back and covering my speed tiers well, but I feel like I definitely could have done a better job on my slower tiers. So I wanted a Pokemon that could really abuse Trick Room. That Pokemon one of those Pokemon being Cofagrigus. Not only is this Pokemon an amazing bulky Pokemon that can just wall for days, it is something that Cofagrigus is a Pokemon that can set up a nasty plot in Trick Room and just tear houses down. If I get an impression that my opponent's going to bring a Trick Room team, I can bring modest Cofagrigus with like Life Orb and just show him up, make him regret bringing Trick Room against me, allowing my faster Pokemon to put in work, perhaps. I think Cofagrigus is a solid pick. Bulky, a very bulky Pokemon that counters Trick Room that should really help me out this season. And my last pick in the draft, this is kind of a crazy pick. A lot of people have already picked things. It was one of the last few picks in the draft. A lot of people were shit talking Flareon going into the draft. So I needed a fire type. Magmar was right there. There's another fire type I was looking at, but Flareon, just solid as all hell. You really can't go wrong picking it. It's solid. Look at its attack stat. It's pretty high. Its Spadef is high too. Yes, its defense and speed could be better, but oh well. Yep, it's my last Z captain right after Tapu Koko, so it's got that going for it as well. I don't know. I really like it. Solid Pokemon. I feel like I picked up a really solid team. In case you needed a reminder, I've got Coco, Lopunny, Milotic, Crook, Shaman, Steezel, Sidui, Klefki, but Hitmontop, Cofagrigus, and Flareon. I really hope great things will come out of this team. I've got a great hopes, at least, that it will. But thank you guys for watching, and I expect to see you on my future ISBL videos. Okay, great. Okay.